Okay, hello everyone guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Red Rose and I'm glad to see everyone back as always. Today I'm going to make a little tier list of Scoia'tael leaders. So this is going to be interesting. I think so and I hope so that you will enjoy this with me, and I have to say that this is only subjective, of course, and it's only my opinion. So some folks out there might disagree with my decisions, but it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I mean, this is my channel. I can do what I want and when I want, right? Let's start with Mahakam Forge. Okay, so this is defensive ability. What it does, it has an order, and you can spawn and play Tempering. Tempering is a special card that allows you to boost an elite unit by 5 points, and if it's a dwarf, also gives it like a 2 armor. So this leader plays overall for like 5 points, only 5 points and 2 armor, so that's not very good, I think so. But this leader has the more provision points out of all of them, like 17 provision points, so this is a plus. And it also has a little passive ability. All dwarves in your starting deck get 1 armor, so this is pretty nice, I guess. But I don't know how I feel about this leader, because you can only play like dwarves to get use of this leader, or maybe you can play some Alzur deck with spells and special cards. So that's not really great, I guess. So let's put this at C tier, I think, yes. The next one is Skull of Harmony. This ability adds 16 provisions to your deck, and it spawns a unit, Dana Meadab. I don't know what is her name, to be honest. So let's call her Dana. She is a relict, she has a doomed status, token, and a harmony. So overall, this leader plays like for 7 points. 16 provisions, not bad to be honest. But with this leader, you only want to play like harmony, of course. And what else you can play? Like maybe some only relicts deck. But I haven't seen anyone play only relicts, so it's usually just a harmony deck with this leader. Better than the Mahakam Forge, because it plays for 7 points, and Dana has harmony, so she can trigger a lot of units on your board with harmony. You can use this leader to trigger your scenario, why not? In comparison, for example, if we are using Mahakam Forge and we want to use this leader to buff maybe Zoltan, maybe, I don't know, Brotherhood, maybe. Just 1 heatwave or 1 lock, any type of control card, and that's it. That's it. And in case with the harmony, when you play 7 points Dana on your board, it doesn't matter if opponent uses heatwave against her, or if opponent can, you know, like lock her, because she has a very quick like effect, like on a deploy. You can just play her, put her once on the table, and then she will trigger all the harmony units on your board, which is going to be a very big amount of points. And even if the opponent doesn't have anything, you know, not the heatwave, not the Curse of Corruption or any locks, after you played her, she will be like your engine unit. So she's going to trigger her harmony when you're going to play other units. Yes, because harmony, if you don't know, boosts by 1 or the specified amount whenever you play a non-neutral unit whose primary category is unique among all of your units. So it might sound a little, you know, complicated, but on the practice it's very easy, like it's very easy. So where should I put this? I think Harmony is going to be at the B tier. Okay, next one is a Deadi Ambush. Deadi Ambush. On order, you can spawn an Elven Deadi on an allied row, and you have like 3 charges. Elven Deadi is an elf token, it has a Doom status and 3 points. So overall, this leader ability is going to play like for, 9 points. That's all. Only 9 points. Well, that's not very great, in my opinion, because there is a risk that you can, clog yourself, clog your board, and there are some situations when you just couldn't use your leader ability because you just don't have a place on your board to put them. And only 9, I don't know. That's not so great, honestly. You can play like traps with this leader, like everybody else. Only traps, like no unit, maybe elves with some traps, or maybe you can just play classic elves without traps, just elves like Seamless, Vernociel, Vanadine, Aeliren, and what else? Stuff like that. Yaving, yes, Isengrim. You can play that. And what else? You can actually do this leader a little bit better if you're going to play Angus, because Angus is going to boost your Elven Deadeyes by 1 point. And if it's going to play, if you are going to play Angus plus Cargo, this will be like, and some Purifying, of course, this will be like 4, 5, 6, and this leader in that situation can play for 18 points, which is not so bad, But, you need to prepare a lot for this to happen, and you need to hope like the opponent wouldn't have any type of control to kill your Angus. My personal opinion, I think this leader is going to be like D tier, to be honest. So up next we have a Precision Strike leader, which is pretty cool. To be honest, I really like it. On order, we can damage a unit by 1, we have 3 charges, and once all charges are used up, we can spawn and play a Broccolon Sentinel. Broccolon Sentinel is a Dryad with the 2 points. On deploy, she damages an enemy unit by 2, and if she kills that unit, she can summon all copies of self from our deck to this row. So that's not so bad. That's not so bad, yes. But there is a downside for this leader. It has only 14 provisions to our deck. Maybe, but I guess it's a little, balanced. So I understand that. With this leader, we can, control our damage. We can use our charges like 1 by 1, or we can just straight away kill a card with 5 points. And this is going to be like 3 damage, and then 2 damage, and then 2 points from this Broccolon Sentinel, and plus 4 points from other Sentinels. So, and overall, it's going to be like 11 points. This leader plays for 11 points, which is pretty cool, and it has a thinning. So this leader, it's not only do a lot of, control, but it has a very good setup. It has thinning, and it has a very good tempo. So I really do like it. And we can do this leader try to do this leader a little, better by maybe using an All God. So if we're going to use All God, we can buff those other 2 Broccolon Sentinels in our deck, and when they're going to summon from our deck, they're going to be like plus 4. So in overall, it's going to be like how many? 11 plus 4, like 15 points. To be honest, control decks, mostly Renfri with thinning, Renfri with dwarves, control, and stuff like that. I think this is going to be an A list. Next one, we have a Nature's Gift. Nature's Gift. This is a very strong leader in my opinion. I feel like this is an S tier leader, yeah. So what it does, we can apply Vitality, we have 3 charges, and what Vitality does, at the end of the owner's turn, a unit with this status receives 1 point of boost. So, pretty easy to be honest, but it's very good that it procs like at the end of our turn. So this is pretty good. And overall, 3 charges is going to play for like 6 points. But usually, if you're going to play Nature's Gift, you are going to play a lot of Symbiosis cards and a lot of nature special cards. For example, you want to play Hamadryad and put your charge, leader charge, on her, because if you're going to use it on her, it's going to be not 6 plus 6 points, it's going to be like plus 12 points, so this is a little better. But what is very good about this leader is this Symbiosis passive. Whenever we're going to play a nature card, we can spawn a Wandering Trend on a random allied roll, and we're going to set its power equal to number of Symbiosis you control. This is very good. This is like maybe the only leader that has, in the Scoia'tael, that has some passive ability. Well, of course we have dwarves, yes, with their passive, like they give 1 armor to all dwarves in your deck, but in comparison with this passive, I feel like this is like trash, to be honest, because this is very good. When you're going to play all that Symbiosis units and nature cards, they are going to be like a lot of points. But there is a downside to it, you can clog yourself. You can spawn too many, units, too many those Wandering Trends, and you need to consider that if you're going to play this deck. This has a Devotion version, which is a little weaker, I guess. I haven't seen in a very long time anyone playing a Devotion Nature's Gift. Next one, we have Guerrilla Tactics. This leader have 3 charges, and on order we can move a unit to the other row. That's pretty simple. If it's an enemy unit, we're going to damage it only by 1. So total, if we're going to use like all 3 charges, is going to be only 3 damage, which is garbage, to be honest. If it's an ally, we're going to boost it by 3. So it's going to be like plus 9 points. I don't know. In my opinion, you don't want to use your leader charge for a damage, because it's only 1 damage. You always, most of the times, wants to use this on your units to buff something. To move some units on your board, to get some procs. If you're going to play like those engine moving units like Cat Witcher and Dolblatana Sentry, and what else? Malena, Milva, Gaetan, and stuff like that. But you can also use it just for control when you're going to play against, some pirates. If they're going to play their ships on the melee row, you can just use your leader charge to get rid of it, which can be handy in some situations. This leader used for some, engines, moving engines like Gazaras and stuff like that. Frog, Season, special card. Maybe can play some control deck with the Shiru, when you can use your leaders to buff Shiru and just wipe away a lot of units on the board. And what else? Maybe some Harmony, why not? Yes, you can play some Harmony with this deck. I think I'm going to place it maybe an A tier, I believe, but just beneath this Precision Strike, I guess maybe here. Because I feel like this is definitely better than Call of Harmony. So let's leave this here. Invigorate. We have 3 charges, and on order we can boost 4 units in our hand by 1. And this leader has 16 provision, which is pretty good. So if we are going to use all 3 charges at once is going to be like plus 12. We're going to buff our units for 12 points, like overall. But usually when you're playing this leader Invigorate, usually you want to play some Torquay. If you're going to use Torquay, this is going to be not 12 but 13 points. Yeah, but if you're going to use this Oracle, this is going to be not 13. You're going to use 2 leader charges, like right away, on all your cards in your hand except Torquay. Then you're going to use Oracle, you play him, and you're going to buff your Torquay for like 8 points. So this is going to be 8 points from the 2 charges of leader, and then plus 8 points for Torquay, and then plus 8 points from passive of Torquay. So it's like overall it's going to be plus 24 points, which is pretty good. That's a lot. 24 points just for 2 charges of your leader. But for that you need this Oracle and you need this Torquay. You want to play, I don't know, Aglaisa. What else? You can play Renfri, Aglaisa with this deck. You can play just Renfri control cards. You can play... I've seen some people played like Harmony deck with this, and they used Dana in the first round just to buff their hand in the first round. There is a downside though for this leader. Usually it doesn't have a lot of control, so you're just buffing your units. But if the opponent has like spores or I don't know, a lot of damage, heatwave, curse of corruption, it's not going to help you, to be honest. And in my personal opinion, if you're going to play this leader, you always want to win the first round, because you want to have a last say in the third round. So maybe, for example, if you're playing Aglaisa with this deck, you can just have last say in the third round, and you won't be, frightened to play her, because you have last say, right? So pretty easy. How do I feel about this leader? I think I'm going to put it at B. Maybe like that. Yes, we're done. Okay, let me know what you think about this a little tier list in the comments, and I want to know your opinion. And next one, I don't know. I will think what kind of fraction I will do next time, and maybe then, after all that fractions, I will do one big tier list, like with all leaders in Gwent. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Thank you all, please subscribe, love you.